We're here with Sewanee head cross-country coach Jeff Heisenrader as the Tigers open their season tomorrow with their annual Sewanee Invitational. Jeff, talk about just how preseason practice has been going.
So far so good. We've been practicing, I guess, about 2 weeks now. Mostly just kind of building on what the runners did over the summer and a couple of tests. We had a time trial to sort of see where everybody was and in some ways to see where the incoming students might fit in on the team as well. So as usual, beginning of the season, a couple people sick and one or two shin splint sort of chronic injuries, but nothing we can't deal with here in the next few weeks. They look pretty good so far.
Good. You've got a good mix of veterans and newcomers. Who are you expecting to kind of lead the way with the returners?
Yeah, so we have 4 seniors this year on the women's team. Ansley McDermott and Amy Lee are 2 of our top returners. They've both been all-conference, and if not all-region, really close to all-region in their 3 years here thus far. And joining them, Delisha Duran is a returning runner, as well as Gabrielle Marion. And so the 4 of them, really from the experience standpoint, are our leaders on the women's side, and have done a nice job of setting a good example for the young runners of kind of what it takes to succeed and survive in collegiate cross country. And Amy Bice is another returning athlete who's been with us for 4 years and has worked hard over that time, so good leadership. And on the men's side, we have, we have more than that. I think we have 5. That's right, 5 returning runners. Terry Cronin is back. He actually did an internship in D.C., so he's on an unusual 5th year at Sewanee, but we're really happy to have him, very experienced runner. Amiel Emerson, who's an all-conference runner in track and field, will be one of our senior leaders this year as well. Alec Hill's also an all-conference 800-meter guy in track and field. He does really well in cross-country. He's one of our senior leaders. And then Taylor Jetmanson from Birmingham and Bradford Lepick, who's also from Alabama. So good to have 5. You know, a little unusual. We have 18 men and we have 19 women right now, and that's bigger than we've had the last couple of years. So to have 4 women and 5 men leading those teams is exciting and really good, and testament to their dedication over their time here at Sewanee.
What about the newcomers?
Yeah, so on the women's side, we have 8 new runners, and kind of from all over the country, but really good group, really dedicated group of runners. We had our time trial, and it looks like on the women's side that we have a couple of freshmen who are going to immediately go up into the top 5 or top 7. Maddie Keller, who's from Maryland, and also Alexander Sherwood, who's from Texas. So I really thought everyone did well in our time trial. Some people were where they were last year or a little bit improved, but there was almost no one who really was underwhelming, that didn't perform at a level that we thought, okay, they're in good shape like they were last year or better shape. No one was really disappointing. And then on the men's side, we have 5 new freshmen, and it appears right now we've got 3 who should be in the top 7 on the men's side. Led by Jackson Goodwin, who's from Arkansas, and Chris Hornsby, who's a young man from Nashville, will be in there as well, and Ben Murray, who's from Georgia. The 3 of them are immediately jumping up into that front group, along with 5 or 6 veteran runners who are going to be fighting for those spots as well. So, yeah, they look pretty good so far, and we've got a long way to go. A lot can happen between now and the end of October, but I would say I feel really good about the group that we have out now.
You finished 3rd in the conference in the women's last year. You finished 5th on the guys' side. What are kind of the expectations and goals I guess both teams may have this year?
Yeah, so we're doing things a little differently this year. We created a leadership team on both of our teams, the men's and women's cross-country teams, and really let them talk and decide what their goals are going to be, both individually and as a group. And I was very impressed with that leadership group and what information came out of the meeting. both of those teams think they've got a chance to be in the top three. Three being probably worst case scenario, I think, for either team. And if things come together and people stay healthy, knock on wood, then I think either one of those teams is going to perform really better than the teams that we've had in the last 2 or 3 years, or at least as good. The women finished second, and third in the last 3 years, and those were 3 very good teams. I think this team is equally as good as those we've had the last 2 or 3 years, so they could really do well. This men's team's a little bit better than the ones we've had the last few years. More seniors, more leadership, more juniors, and freshmen who are immediately jumping up front and challenging the experienced runners. The only thing I don't know is what the conference is like at all. And so we'll find that out over the next few weeks. But if you took the same conference meet we had last year and just plugged this new team in, we definitely finish higher than we did last year.
Last question, Jeff. Of course, you open your season tomorrow with your annual Sewanee Invitational at 9 o'clock. Just talk a little bit about that event. I know we have it every year, and some of the teams that are coming this year.
Yeah, we're really fortunate to be able to run on the golf course. We've renovated the course, and the old course was nice for running. The new course is plush and amazing, and the footing is incredible. And we're fortunate to still have the opportunity to compete out there. This is the 35th year that we've had the Sewanee Invitational on the mountain, so it's an event that's been around for a long time. And we've got 6 teams coming in. Rhodes College and Oglethorpe are 2 teams in our conference that'll be here, so it'll be good to see them. We also have Lee University, Northern Alabama, LaGrange, and Lincoln Memorial, and those are all teams in this area that pretty much all of them have come to our meet in the last 5 or 6 years, if not last year. So good competition. If we can keep the temperatures a little lower maybe in the morning, it'd be nice to get a little fog on the mountain. That always helps cool things off, but should be a good competition tomorrow.
Well, thank you. And you can catch Coach Heitzenrader and the cross-country team, of course, tomorrow again at 9 o'clock on the golf course running their annual invitational. And you can also check out information and news throughout the year on SewaneeTigers.com. Thanks.